You know, kissing the shoulder, kissing the back, kissing the neck, kissing the leg, kissing the fingers, kissing the... Why? Why? They didn't tell us the truth. They didn't tell us the truth about shower sex. They didn't tell us the truth about hot top sex. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Victoria Fash. If it's your first time on this channel, thank you so much for being here. Where have you been? I hope you're doing great. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, to like this video. I promise you're going to like it here, okay? And to all my OGs, to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for supporting this channel. Anyways, Happy New Year! We are starting on a clean slate this year, okay? And we'll try as much as possible to be as consistent on this channel. I've also been posting a lot. If you follow me on social media, on my Instagram page victoria.a.fash, you know that I've been posting a lot on Instagram, back to back every day actually, on Instagram, also on my TikTok page at victoria.a.fash on TikTok. And yeah, we've just been doing really great things on other social media platforms, trying to diversify, right? But I will try as much as possible to show up here at least once every week, at least once every week. And yeah, there are new segments that I would like to introduce to the channel, like crazy things I saw last week, you know, just some weird things that happened over the week on social media, and also just having conversations around that, right? I also will be going back to talking about sex, because apparently yeah, we need to talk about certain things, right? So yeah, there are just a few things that, you know, I deviated from talking about last year, and we'll be getting back to that. So I'm really excited for this year, and I know it's going to be an amazing year. In today's video, we're talking about some of the ways that movies have misrepresented sex. I think I've shared on this channel that my first encounter with, you know, intimacy at all were through novels, growing up reading novels, and also through movies. So you can imagine the worldview that I had about intimacy. And whilst I've already debunked a few things in further video, there were just a number of things that the other day I was just thinking about, like, why is it that this never happens in movies? Like, why is it that they make this sound so easy in movies? And those are the things I'll be talking about on this video. So make sure that I want to hear from you. What are some of the things that, you know, you have come to realize? And please, this is for people that are married or are about to get married, just for you to understand and to, you know, to enlighten. This is not a video to encourage you to try anything. Please, on this channel, you know, we always talk about waiting before marriage to get to have sex, because that is God's design. That is God's way for us. Sex is created for the confines of marriage, right? So let's not abuse it, right? The first thing that really came as a rude awakening for me, I don't think I've talked about this before, is the fact that why is it that in movies, sex is such a clean act? Like, it's so, you know, they finish and they just... When you finish, and what is weird is, you know, the guy is not using any protection. You know that the guy finished, right? And you know the girl finished. But then when they finish, they just sleep on the bed. And I remember the very first time we had intimacy, I was so shocked. I actually thought, you know, maybe, you know, he didn't finish breaking the hymen. Like, that was how weird it was, because I could not understand, why am I leaking? Why is this coming out of the, like, because all my mind, everything I've known, even in the novels that I've read, there was never a time that in a novel I was reading and they said, oh, when they finished, then she ran, or the guy ran to go and get her a towel, or she stood up and she went to the because even if you're standing up, like, you need to have like tissue paper close to you or something, because this will only make sense to those who are married or those who are already doing it, right? This will only make sense to you, because a number of people still believe that, oh, the moment you finish, you just lie down on the bed, or you lie down on his arms and everything is fine. What happened to this messiness? What happened to the, you know, the releasing of the deposits from your own body as the woman, right? Because what you need to understand is that if you've watched scientific videos about intimacy, they will tell you that, you know, when a man, you know, brings out a seed, majority of it, or not even majority of it, I think about 1/3 of it will make it to the promised land. The remaining of it is going to come out. It's going to come back outside, right? So particularly if it has been a while or whatever. Anyways, let's not get into that. But what I'm trying to say is that what happened to that I never saw that. I never read it in a movie. I've never watched a movie where the lady raised her leg and the guy went to bring cleaning, or the lady reached down. I never knew that was a thing. Reading movies, I've been watching movies or reading on novels. I never knew that. So in case you are getting married very soon, so that you will not be as shocked as I was on my wedding night. I literally thought something was blocked or something was broken inside of me. And I'm not even joking. I actually did think that until I read about it. I'm like, oh my God. The other thing I find weird is, you know, when people talk about multiple orgasm, as if it's something that is that easy. Now, let me be clear. Women, our bodies are different, right? Some maybe for some women, and I want to know in the comment section for married people if it's that easy for you guys because after the first one, I just want to sleep like I'm okay. Or maybe I'm the lazy one. Maybe it's me that have a problem, right? But the way they talk about, you know, oh, multiple, it's like water. It's like, because the way when you see men, and I've listened to podcasts of men talking about, you know, intimacy, and they're talking about, oh, at least women can have multiple. Yes, we can. But you understand that after the first one, well, for me and some of the other women that I've researched, remember I talk from research also that I've spoken to, you know, it's not that easy. Once you do it the first time, let's wait. Tomorrow is there. Why do we have to finish it up today? Right? So maybe it's laziness. Let me know. Is it a thing in, you know, for you? Again, our bodies are different, but I just feel like they make it sound like it is that easy. Oh, a woman can just, you know, go at it once and then she go at it again and she go at it again. Sir, it's not that. I don't know about you, but the moment as a woman, you know, you get to the, you know, to the peak, to the climax, and there's this kind of weakness that comes all over you. Sleep comes automatically. So I don't know what people are saying when they say, oh, women can go over and over. Yes, they can. But is it that easy to do? I feel like the way for men too, you know, how they need to rest a bit and then go again. I think for women it might be the same. But that's what I think, Sha. But what do you guys think? Am I the one that maybe it's me that did not ja? There's tiredness after, you know, after climax. Women get tired. There's no, like, I don't know, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm lazy, but yeah, but that's another thing, you know, because sometimes when you watch movies, they tell you, oh, just go all night. Like you don't have work. Anyways, number 5. Now this one really, it really shook me because, you know, reading novels, watching movies, you know, then growing up, learning about intimacy and everything, there's always one style that everybody seems to love. And that is the missionary style. And now I have spoken to multiple women, academic research now, not where academic research. I interviewed them. I read other literatures. And you will find it that for almost 60 to 70% of women, missionary doesn't really do anything for them. But then all the while in movies, you hear the guy was on top, the lady in movies, in novels, it was always like that. And that was the idea that I had before marriage. Like, oh, you know, this particular position is God's ordained position. Maybe, you know, the fact that it's called missionary did not really help matters. This is God's ordained position, and everybody enjoys it. So I actually thought something was wrong with me when it didn't work for me. It wasn't just working, you know, so we had to like implement other strategies for me at the time. But I kept trying so hard on the same, you know, in the same position, hoping that, no, this is the way it was supposed to be. But it doesn't work until I started then talking to other women, you know, around me. And, you know, from Africa, it's even weird because we don't talk about stuff like this, you know, often, you know, especially with other women. People still find it weird and shy to talk about sex and everything, which, you know, I understand it's a sacred thing and all of that. But at the same time, there should be knowledge around these issues, around this matter, right? So it was when I started to research and I started to talk to other people, I realized that it's not only me. But what you need to understand is that for a woman, there are certain spots inside of you that it is nice when the guys, you know, this is harder than I thought. Stuff is able to touch those things that is inside of you. If you don't get it, forget about it. You probably are not supposed to know. Right? But for some women, it is higher than the other. I'm talking about the G spot now, right? They call it the G spot, right? It is higher than others. So there are certain positions that as long as you are sitting flat, you know, they might not be able to get there, right? Another part, apart from the G spot now, there are also some erogenous spots around the woman's, you know, organ, right? That is the tip of her, you know, of her organ. God, I beg. This is so difficult. And I've talked about this for so long. You would think that by now I'll be comfortable talking about it, but it is what it is. Yeah, like there are some parts, like the outer layer, the top of it, that needs to also be, that also needs to be stimulated whilst the act is going on, right? And what I've come to realize is that when the guy is up, it's for any, if anything, it even presses it, or yeah. Anyways, what I'm trying to say, in case all of this thing doesn't make sense to you, is the fact that in case you're a woman and you're married and you've realized that you and your husband, you don't usually get to climax, or maybe you guys have to, it's too difficult for you to get to climax. I'm telling you, the position you are doing might be the problem, particularly if you guys are hell-bent on missionary. For women, and this is research now, it doesn't always work, okay? It doesn't always work. In short, I don't want to use myself as an example. I'm telling you, it doesn't always work. That is not God-ordained position it's not God's ordained. I don't think there's anything like God-ordained position. So if that is what is in your mind, you need to dead it. So please explore other styles with your partner, right? You don't have to be underneath. You can also be on top. I've dropped a gem there, but I tell you it works. I remember the very first day that, I used to be so scared. When you get married and, you are inexperienced, you get scared of certain things, because I kept feeling like, what if oh my God, there are a lot of rubbish things that I was so scared of. But the first day that I tried, let us leave this position, let us try. My husband had been trying so hard to get me to try something else. When I left underneath and I went above only, I saw the glory of the Lord. Amen. All right. This one used to shook me too, because I remember this was one of the fantasies that I had with when my husband were dating. Some of the things we discussed when we were about to get married. And I remember I used to talk about, having intimacy on the table. God, I beg. On the table, when God gave you bed, God gave you cushion. Hey, do you know what back pain is? Do you know how hard? What you need to understand is, the person, depending on, the weight of you and your partner, your partner probably has more bone density than you do. Depending on the position you guys are doing, even if you are kneeling down, your leg, when you kneel down the table for long, it will pain you. Not to talk of your back, not on the person's back. But the way, I'm not saying it never happens, right? That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that the way they make it seem like, oh, it's such a nice thing. It's pain. You need cushion. Particularly if you plan on going for a while, right? Don't... If you have that fantasy in your head, oh, on the table, on the, where again? On the countertop, on the... Those things because I didn't want you. So, yeah, I'm just saying this again for those who are married. In case you are wondering, why is it me? It's not only you, my sister. There's a reason why God gave us comforts of your bed. There's a reason why bed has foam. Another thing, again, is, this we're talking about places, is bathtub or swimming pool. First of all, swimming pool is public place. Unless you have a private swimming pool in your house, I don't think it is. It's not even that I don't think. It is not decent. It is not, intimacy is something that should be done between you and your partner, for your eyes only, between the two of you. But it's not something you should be doing in public where anybody can interrupt. But I understand that sometimes you want to spice things up. Maybe you are in your car, you go to a secluded place, you want to spice things up. That's fine. But like in a swimming pool where especially if it's a public swimming pool where other people are going to enter, that's bad now. Oh, bad, oh, wrong. So please, let's not do that here. What about bathtub? What about shower in sex? Because in movies and on Kini, they make it sound like it's such a beautiful experience. But what they forget to add is that water is not a lubricant. My sister, water actually dries you as a woman up. And your body produces certain lubricants, that helps to make intimacy sweet and, smooth. But when those things are not there, if you are doing it inside the water washes those things away. So, I just think that they didn't tell us the truth. They didn't tell us the truth about shower sex. They didn't tell us the truth about hot tub sex. Because secondly, there's soap inside the hot tub. Do you get? Because there's always this advice we always give women that, don't stay in the hot tub for too long, because you also don't want certain chemicals to flow in. That place is also an entrance, right? That's why they'll tell you, don't use soap to wash and everything. So for women, I always say shower is better than bath, right? Unless you are not putting anything harsh or chemical or any soap that is harsh, you know, inside the bathtub and everything. Shower over tub. It's better. You know, it helps to reduce infection. It helps to make sure that there's no chemical that is killing the bacteria that are supposed to be there. But it's even worse because what happens is when you are not stimulated, that place is not open, like there's no easy access, right? Yeah, you have to like soak yourself and the thing. Yeah, there's no easy access. But when intimacy is happening, like, and there's penetration happening, that place becomes relaxed. It becomes open and everything. For me, I just feel like it is synonymous to having it in the beach. You know, that one is also a thing too. Oh, in the beach, which again, public place is a no-no, right? But sand, like, people have mind though. So those things are, to me, I just feel like they are really unrealistic expectations. Doesn't mean that you guys cannot explore on your countertop maybe once in a while. Yes, it can happen, but that you expect it to be a norm. Body will tell you. Body will what? Body is going to tell you. Another thing that is weird. Again, I think that this one is subjective because everybody's body is different and the things that make you tick is different from what makes a person tick, right? So, but I just feel like when you're watching a movie and somebody is, you know, kissing the shoulder, kissing the back, kissing the neck, kissing the leg, kissing the fingers, kissing the... Why? Why? Maybe I'm alone in this, but for me, I'm like... Can you come up higher? Can we move on? right? And maybe again, you know, sometimes pressures of life, sometimes, yeah, you just want to, in as much as you enjoy it and everything, I just feel like some things are unnecessary, right? Because I once was talking to somebody and, you know, there are lots of expectations that she had. And for me, I'm like, does it really help you? If it does, if it helps to, you know, make you be in the mood, fantastic. You know, you guys should work on it and all of that, you know. But if the reason you are is because you think that because you've seen it in movies, it's going to... First of all, men don't have time like that. They didn't, right? So, and remember, there are two types of sex. There's dutiful, there is beautiful. So there are times that, oh, you guys, you know, you have all the time in the world, there's nobody around, you're alone in the house, and you're just, you know, maybe you're ovulating, amazing, right? And, you know, yeah, you guys want to go, yeah, you can maybe explore all of those, but that you are going round. I'm not saying now, I'm not talking about foreplay now, right? One thing you need to understand, maybe I should finish the point. The point is, there are certain erogenous spots in the body of a woman, and those are things that movies don't really tell you. It took us 4 years in marriage for me to discover a particular spot that it's so weird, but for some reason that spot just ignites everything, right? So when we talk about, you know, sex, it's something that you learn. It's something that you keep getting better at, because even you yourself, you think you know what you like, because you have read it or you have seen it in movies and you believe that, oh, because this person is reacting this way, if my husband or if my partner does this and this and this to me, I will also react that way. And when you then get into it and it's not happening, you start to feel like maybe you have a low sex drive, or maybe something is wrong with you, or maybe your partner is not, you know, good enough, or maybe, you know, no, that those things that they are doing is acting, right? For a woman, there are certain spots, right? Some people, if you just the neck here, they are gunners. Some people, you know, it's other spots in their body. Some people it's their wrist. Some people, if you suck their hand, it's weird, but it happens, right? There are certain spots in our body, for some reason, it just connects the brain, right? So when you find your own, just know that you found your own. Don't start to be looking for what did not lose. And okay, he has tried, he has done that, it didn't work for you. Move on to, you know, other parts when it comes to foreplay now. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah. So those things, it used to, because in movies, they make it feel like, oh, these are the spots in a woman that if you touch, then she's fine. Then you can just go access, just kiss her and then enter the bed. No, right? Just, you know, touch the normal places and go. No, it doesn't work that way. So you need to find, even during the act, there are certain places that, you know, your lips, your hand, your body, your things should be going around, right? So anyway, this is where we're going to end the video for today. So these are just some few things I was thinking about the other day, and I just thought that, okay, let me share it. Let me hear what these people are saying. Maybe again, I am the problem. You know, maybe it is me. Maybe I'm the one with the problem. What do you guys think about some of the points that I've raised? And what are some of the other weird expectations that you had about, you know, intimacy, and you got into marriage and realized that they've not really been telling you the truth, right? Let us know in the comment section. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys again in the next one. Until then, my name is Victoria Ayodele Fash. I'll see you in the next one, okay? Have an amazing week. Bye. Bye guys.